Mirae Asset Flexi Cap Fund NFO. So let us see if this particular fund is going to add value to your investment portfolio, or will it hurt your investment portfolio by hurting your wealth creation process. Let us evaluate. Hi, welcome to holisticinvestment.in. We help individual investors like you to take the right financial and investment decisions. Mirae Asset FlexiCap Fund is an open-ended dynamic equity scheme investing across large cap, mid cap and small cap stocks. So this NFO is currently open and it will close on February 17, 2023. So now let us look at a small brief on this NFO. Its investment objective is to generate long-term capital appreciation by dynamically investing in a mix of equity-related instruments across various market capitalization, that is large, mid and small cap stocks. The minimum investment for this particular NFO is 5,000 rupees. The exit load will be 1% if it's redeemed or switched out before 1 year, but there will be no exit load if it was after 1 year. So what are the key features of the Mirae Asset FlexiCap Fund? Nifty 500 TRI has been used as a benchmark for this one. As it's a FlexiCap fund, it is important to understand what is a FlexiCap fund. In a FlexiCap fund, in this particular index, the fund manager is not going to have any restriction to invest in any one particular capitalization. He can choose to invest in small cap, mid cap, large cap, and so also there is no limitation to maintain only this much exposure in small cap or this much exposure in large cap. If he thinks large cap is going to go well in the market right now and his market outlook is positive about that, he can go overboard with large cap. Same with small cap, mid cap, etc. So how much percentage he should invest in each and every capitalization, like that there is no restriction. Such restriction is available in a multi-cap fund, whereas in a flexi-cap fund it is completely dynamic. So only based on the fund manager's market outlook, he can decide where to focus and what percentage of exposure to allocate for each stock. Also, there is no entry load for this NFO and it is managed by Mr. Virjesh Kasera. Now let us look at the Mirae Asset Flexi Cap Fund's investment strategies. It intends to invest in equity and related securities of small, mid and large cap companies. So this particular fund will invest across various capitalization. Also, this fund's main strategy is to generate alpha, which means to beat the index and generate additional returns than the index through right allocation in what kind of sector in which they choose to allocate their stocks in. So the right kind of allocation means weightage. How much weightage to be given to this particular sector or how much stock weightage to be given to this overall portfolio. So the right allocation and the right selection, meaning picking the right stocks. Only based on these two parameters, they are trying to generate alpha. As it can invest across market capitalization, it gives it better flexibility on the portfolio based on its market outlook. So the fund manager can take momentum calls if needed. He can also choose to change the weightage dynamically from large cap to mid cap weightage, which can be changed by the fund manager anytime based on his market outlook. So now let us look at the potential merits of Mirae Asset FlexiCap Fund. As an equity fund to a FlexiCap fund, this fund has the potential to give you long-term capital growth. In short term, the fund can be volatile, but in long term, like if you're going to stay invested in this fund for 7 years or more, which is generally advised for equity mutual funds, it can generate high capital growth potentially. And better diversification is possible in this fund because it can invest across multiple sectors and multiple themes with no restrictions. Also, it can take better advantage of the changing market cycle. If the market cycle changes from large cap to small cap, this fund can take better advantage of it. And it has the potential to deliver inflation beating returns in long term as it's a risk premium fund. So the risk adjustment can be better in this fund in the long run. Now let us look at the potential demerits of the Mirae Asset FlexiCap Fund. So the short-term investment in this fund is riskier. So you have to avoid this fund if you're only planning to invest in it for short term. It's better to invest in this fund only if you are going to invest in 7 years or plus, because stock market will go through a period of negative return or a period of low return to no return. and you can't predict when these phases will come and what kind of order it will come or how long it's going to stay in the market. So that's why investing in it for long term will be beneficial, and it can generate high returns compared to investing in it for short term, which will be riskier, especially for a flexi cap fund in an equity fund. So as an NFO, it's also not suitable for a conservative investor because, as I told you, it will have it's a risk premium fund. So sometimes the fund may have a higher exposure to small cap and become volatile at times. So it might not be suitable for a first time investor or a short term investor, and especially not if you're willing to take risk. Also, as an NFO, it does not have any portfolio, and which makes it not possible to analyze the risk and return potential. And it does not have a track record. It makes it hard to analyze its risk and return potential, because in an existing fund there will be a track record for this particular fund. So we can analyze how this fund has performed in the past compared to other flexi cap funds. As it does not have a portfolio, we do not know what kind of portfolio it's going to build. Whether they are going to invest in value stocks or whether in growth stocks, we do not know. There is no clarity here. So we can't take any calculative risk. We can only take blind risk, because without knowing the portfolio, investing in an NFO is like taking a blind risk. So now let us look at what you can take away from this analysis. So you might be wondering if you should invest in this fund or not. It completely depends on you as an investor. If you are a conservative investor who is not willing to take any risk, you must avoid this fund until it builds up a good and stable portfolio with a good track record. And if you are a beginner to investing in flexicap funds, then you can invest in an existing flexicap fund which has a consistent performance and good track record. And if you are an aggressive investor who is willing to take risk with spare money, you can experiment by investing in it with a minimum investment. And if you are having any doubts and are still hesitant about investing, then you can consult with your financial planner before investing. If you have any doubts related to this fund, you can comment so we can get back to your queries quickly. And if you're still hesitant about investing or you have any doubts related to mutual fund in general, then you can book our complimentary financial consultation with one of our financial planners. The link is in the description. And if you want to gain more knowledge on investment or personal finance, then we conduct regular live webinars, for which also you can register by clicking the link in the description. So if you like this video, share, like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.